It's that time of year where everybody is doing their year-end favorites, and I thought I'd join in and do my own favorites video. I don't think I've ever done a yearly favorites. Maybe on my other blog I did something similar, but certainly never beauty product related favorites. So I wasn't quite sure how to organize it. At first I was going to do like my favorite thing in every category, but then I realized I didn't really have a favorite in every category. Like blushes, I don't have a favorite blush. So instead I decided to tell you guys about the products that I find myself reaching for again and again and again, sometimes every day, things that I buy, that I replace when I run out of. I don't have a whole lot of those, so hopefully this video won't be ridiculously long. Yeah, and a couple of these things I've just recently discovered, but they've kind of blown everything else that I used out of the water. So let's get started. Things that I've really been enjoying in 2015, things that have been making my life better. I want to start out with something that I can't put here, and that is my subscription to Gwynnie Bee. And I don't know if you're not familiar with Gwynnie Bee, it's a clothing rental subscription, a lot like Netflix. You pay your monthly membership fee, and they send you clothes that you pick out, and you wear them, and then you send them back, and they send you more. And Gwynnie Bee is marketed as plus size. However, it starts at a size 10. So it's not, some people are like, oh, it's not plus size. That sucks that you say you're plus size. Some people have a real problem with it starting at size 10 or having size 10 referred to as plus size. I don't know why people need to get all up in arms about something so ridiculous as that. Anyway, Gwynnie Bee starts at size 10 and it goes all the way to size 32. Although I will say that on the ends of that size range, the selection is more limited than in the middle of the size range. And the reason that Gwynnie Bee has been so helpful to me this year is that I have had a very hard year health and body-wise. I had surgery in the middle of the year on my knee, but the reason I had surgery was because of an old injury that has been progressively getting worse and worse and worse. Just kind of got to the point over the last year that I was losing function. I was losing the ability to just perform daily tasks. The pain was getting worse and worse and worse. I've been on daily pain medication for several years now because of it. And I was getting to the point where the pain medication wasn't helping, just because the actual pain of the knee was getting so bad. So I had surgery in June, but I had been deteriorating for at least a year before that. So the surgery was really hard on me. It's December now. I'm still recovering. I don't feel 100%. I don't even feel 80% yet. I still have a lot of pain, and I was kind of knocked. The surgery itself was so much harder than I anticipated, and it kind of knocked the wind out of me. And my weight and my body have been all over the place this year. I've been gaining and losing weight. I've been gaining and losing muscle. Not only has my size changed, but my shape has changed. It's just been this whole process has been grueling and depressing at times, and just really difficult, really hard on me physically. And like I said, never would have expected, because I'm fit and I'm healthy and yada, yada, yada. But I'm not as fit and healthy as I used to be. And I'm clawing my way back to where I was, but it's not happening quickly. It's happening actually depressingly slowly. Yeah, it's been a rough year for me physically. So Gwynnie Bee, back to the topic, Gwynnie Bee has been a godsend, because as my shape and as my size has been all over the place, I've been able to have clothes that fit. Nice clothes that fit, designer clothes that fit sometimes. So I have really really appreciated my subscription to Quinny Bee. And even if my size and shape wasn't changing, it's so much fun. It's just so much fun to like be able to wear an outfit, like an outfit you would never buy, but you know, something expensive, like, you know, some designer dress, to be able to wear that and then just send it back and get something else, and, you know, have the revolving closet. It's been so much fun, and it has kind of like been a bright spot in my life this year. So you know, it's a service that I pay for, but I still want to say thank you, Quinny Bee, for being there, because you've given me something to enjoy this year when there were a lot of things that I was not enjoying. Okay. And 2016 better be better, because it can't get worse. I think I'm actually tearing up a little. I'm making a video. That's my teenager. She's another favorite this year because I've been so pleased with how healthy and smart she is. And she's just growing up to be such a interesting person to be with. And she's so down to earth, and she just gets people. And yeah, she's been fun. So watching her grow and develop and become this really interesting teenager has been a wonderful thing this year. Okay, so let's move on to consumerism, shall we? A few of my favorites. Let's start with my bag. This is my Kipling DeFea purse. I love this so much. I bought a lot of purses this year. Kind of branching out from the backpack that I have always carried, just to, you know, to play around with bags, purses, different purses, turning into like a girl in that regard. Yeah, I've always had a backpack my whole adult life because, you know, fitness, and, you know, I've been active, and I'm a trainer. So just having a backpack has been practical, but I've been branching out to purses a lot this year. But I have found that this very utilitarian looking bag has been the one that I reach for on the daily. I have a few others that I'll use for special occasions, but this is my day-to-day bag. I love that it's you know, a satchel, so I can carry it in my hand, but it's also got the shoulder strap, so I can carry it crossbody. I can carry it across my body, and, you know, it's got lots of nifty pockets. I'm not going to show you what's in it because it's mostly trash and, well, not trash, but like receipts, and it's a mess in there. So I'm not going to show you what's in it. But yes, this has been my utilitarian daily bag that I just love. It's gray, so it goes with anything. Gray is also my color. So that is that. I'll put a link to the DeFea on Amazon. I looked for a long time for a bag that shape with the top handle, but also the crossbody strap. And I was so happy when I found that. And it's nylon, it's not leather, which I prefer. I prefer not to use leather whenever I can. Okay, so how about hair? I have two hair things. I was doing a project where I was testing out and reviewing as many dry shampoos as I could. I had always used the Rockaholic. I decided, you know, for fun this year I was going to review all of the dry shampoos, and guess which one won? Big surprise. So I, you know, tried a zillion others this year, and I ended up going back to the one that I liked before. This is the Tigi Rockaholic. I love this because not only does it give you body and, you know, make your hair feel clean, but it also gives kind of this gritty, chunky texture. So this is, you know, favorite. Probably will remain the favorite. And then the other one I have here is the BB, the Bumble and Bumble BB Thickening Dry Spun Finish. As you can see from my hair, I kind of like this dry, chunky, matte texture thing that I've got going here, and this gives that to me. And I've been using this for at least a year, and I've tried a million other texture sprays and came back to this one. So those are my favorite hair products. I can do my hair with just those two. I mean, I usually use more products. because I'm, you know, I want to try everything. You know how it is. If you're watching this, you know how it is. But I could whittle it down to just those two and not need anything else. So the dry shampoo at the roots to give it body and a little texture, and then the dry spun finishing spray on the you know, hair itself. Okay, let's move on to skincare. I've got two. Nobody will be surprised. I actually talk about these all the time. My day moisturizer is the Olay Regenerating Lotion with Sunscreen, Broad Spectrum SPF 50. This is so good. I got the recommendation from Paula's Choice and have been using this consistently for a couple years now, and I have mentioned it in so many videos that it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone that this is in my favorites. I have tried others and always come back to this. This is really great for oily skin. It has a matte finish. It doesn't feel greasy at all. It absorbs right away. And it also mixes beautifully with foundation. My foundation routine now that I have settled on after much experimentation is I mix a couple drops of my foundation with my moisturizer, put it all over my face, down onto my chest and neck. And then I go back again with my foundation just straight without mixed with this, and then just do the spots that need a little bit more coverage. But this mixes beautifully with every foundation that I have tried it with, which I can't say for every moisturizer. A lot of times they do not mix well. But this one always does consistently, never lets me down. And then the other one that I just recently discovered as my night cream is the CeraVe Skin Renewing Night Cream. I love this because it is deeply moisturizing, but it is not greasy and it absorbs right away. It feels almost like a gel consistency. I needed a deep moisturizer, but because my skin was drying out from the Retin-A, but because I have oily skin, I hate the feeling of grease, oil, anything that kind of sits on top of the skin. It just feels so bad. And I end up wanting to take it off. But this doesn't do this. This feels good on the skin. It does not feel greasy. It doesn't feel heavy, and yet it is super moisturizing and has really helped with the dryness from the Retin-A that I've been experiencing. I still get a little bit around my mouth, but I was peeling everywhere, especially under my eyes. Now that I use this, I'm not having that anymore at all. And now I believe everything else is makeup. Yes. Okay. You guys probably know that I've done a couple foundation videos. I have a few favorites that have remained my favorites for a long time. There's the Lancome Teint Idole. Sorry, my nose is so itchy. Always the way. The Teint Idole, and then the True Blend, the CoverGirl, and then a couple others that I consistently like. But I discovered this one a few months ago. My daughter actually discovered it. We were in Ulta and she tried this on, and I looked at her face and it was so beautiful, and like velvety, satiny finish, and I was like, oh God, that is the most beautiful finish I've ever seen. I wonder if it would look as good as on me. And of course it wouldn't, because I have 42-year-old skin and she has, 12-year-old skin. So it of course doesn't look quite as gorgeous on me, but it really is beautiful. As beautiful as my 42-year-old skin can look, this one, the Clinique Even Better Foundation. Just smooth satin coverage with, medium coverage that can build up. Just beautiful, beautiful finish. I was so surprised. And Clinique is not that expensive. I think this is in the $20 to $30 range. So it's, more than a drugstore foundation, but not like, some of the Lancome and Guerlain and, some of those outrageously expensive foundations. So yes, I've had this for a couple months and I'm almost out, which, is unheard of for me. I never run out of anything because I have so much, but this is so good that I have been reaching for it almost every day, and it's sitting out on top of my vanity. And just really, this has quickly become one of my favorites, right up there with the Teint Idole. I gotta say, surprisingly good. Clinique. Who would have guessed? What else do I have here? Okay, let's do my powders next. Again, if you watch my videos, you're gonna know my favorite. You know what my favorite bronzer is. It's the Lorac Tantalizer, and this is how much I like it. That I have hit pan. This is the one with the luminizer. I obviously don't like the luminizer as much, but it is a beautiful luminizer. I actually use it on my eyes more than on my cheeks because I don't do luminizer on my cheeks for the most part. I hardly ever use it. That's why there's nothing wrong with this luminizer. It's a beautiful luminizer. I just don't use luminizer. But the bronzer is this gorgeous reddish, just so warm and beautiful. And this is the only bronzer I've hit pan on, and I keep reaching for it. And this, I mean, you get a good chunk of product here. And yet I've still managed to make that big of a dent in it. So that speaks volumes for me, because again, I don't run out of stuff. I have way too much of everything, and for me to run out of something means I really like it. Speaking of which, I told you I do not use luminizer. However, I do use this Bobbi Brown, what is this? Porcelain Pearl Brightening Finish Powder. It comes in 3 colors. This is the porcelain one, and then there's also kind of a bronzy one and a pinky one. So this one has the different colored powders. And again, as you see, I've hit pan on this pretty significantly. I'm going to have to replace this soon, and I don't ever replace anything, especially makeup related. Why is there that? What is that glare? Sorry about that. It's from the sun, but it's kind of everywhere. That's really weird. That's never happened before. So yeah, the Bobbi Brown, I use this to set my concealer under my eyes, and sometimes I'll use it on my cheeks. This is and in the labial folds around my nose, because it's so brightening, but without being sparkly or shimmery the way a lot of illuminators are. This is gorgeous. And it's so finely milled. It doesn't look like you're wearing any powder at all. It's just this ethereal glow. It's phenomenal. So yeah, that's going to be being replaced very soon. And then setting powder, again, you're not going to be surprised. I've talked about this before. The It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores that comes in loose and pressed. This is the pressed. I think after using this much of the pressed version, I am going to go back to the loose version, because I feel like I went through this so fast. Whereas with the loose one, I didn't go through it as fast. But this is something that I use almost every day, unless I'm, experimenting with another finishing powder. This is my go-to. This is my holy grail. This is my workhorse, the Bye Bye Pores. I have large pores and I get shiny quickly, so I need a pore minimizing finishing powder, and this is the best that I've found. It's also got a little bit of a yellow tint rather than being pure white, which makes it a little less harsh. And it's just so good. It makes your pores just disappear. They're just gone. It's amazing. So I highly recommend this for anybody with pores who needs a good finishing powder. And it's not even, the most expensive product on the market. I think it's $30 for the pressed, and then like $23 or $24 for the loose. So yes, highly recommended. Use this every day. Again, unless I'm trying something else out. Love, love, love. So those are my powder products. What else do I have here? I have a brush. I was gonna, I was looking at all my fancy brushes going, okay, what was my favorite brush of 2015? And I have a lot that I really love. I've actually got 2 here. I just realized that I had another one sitting right in front of me. But the one that I use every day without fail is this Real Techniques setting powder brush. And it goes right up under the eye, deposits powder. This, like I said, every single day without fail. I have not found another brush that is quite this perfect for that job. And Real Techniques is sold in the drugstore. This isn't outrageously expensive. A lot of times you can, do buy one, get one 50% off. Love this. Yeah, This is hands down the winner of 2015. There's this other one that I just got that has become my favorite powder brush, and it is the, again, It Cosmetics from their Live Beautifully line, which is sold at Ulta and only Ulta. This is the Flawless powder brush, and as you can see, it's got fluffy, loose fibers, duo fiber. I don't know what all these terms are, but this is so ridiculously soft, and it picks up powder really well, and then you just brush it on. So this is, I've started using this as my setting powder brush. In fact, I'll just give myself a little powdering right now with whatever was left on the brush from the last time I used it. This has become my finishing powder brush. I just love it. It replaced the, I had a It Cosmetics powder brush like this before. It was from the base line. They have the base line and then this one, and then they have their Velvet Luxe line. So this is the middle range. I had the one from the base line, and this one it's softer. It's just softer. I love it so much. But all the It Cosmetics brushes are just amazing. So yes, this is my finishing powder brush, but I've also used it occasionally for powder foundation because I like a really light, sheer application of powder foundation. When I use it, I don't usually use it, but when I do, I like the kind of application that a lighter, fluffier, longer fiber brush is going to give you. It's going to be lighter and more sheer and less heavy than if you used a denser brush. So this is another brush that I have really come to love. I use it every day for my finishing powder. I haven't had it as long, but it's wonderful. Okay, I'm dropping things. Of course I am. I just because I felt like I had to, I pulled a palette. I think this is the workhorse palette of the year. This is the Smashbox Shape Matters palette. I just shared this in my last video. This is, you get, in this palette, you get the contouring powders here. And they're fantastic. The best contouring powders, I think, on the market. You get 9 eyeshadows, although you can certainly use the contour powders as eyeshadows too. And they're in very neutral, wearable, everyday shades that anybody can use. And the Smashbox shadows are really excellent quality. I feel like Smashbox shadows are underrated, underappreciated. They really are so good. And then right here on this far side, you get 2 brow powders and a brow wax. So this palette has so many things that you can use. You can get several different eye looks. You've got your contouring powders and you've got your brow powders here. So this is, like I said, I kind of felt like I needed to pull a palette. I didn't have a favorite of the year. There's been a lot that I've loved. But this one, I think, just for practicality and usefulness, is something that almost anybody could easily get their money's worth from. Yeah, this is kind of like, you need to have this palette in your collection just so you can have something to pull out on those days where you want to do a quick look. You have to run out the door. You don't have time for lots of different palettes. You got everything you need here, and it's good quality. So that's important stuff, right? Okay. More eyes. My favorite eyeliner I discovered this year, and I think this is the best eyeliner in the world. I've seen this eyeliner on many different blogs. Since I've found it, I've seen it all over the place listed as people's favorites. So I know it's good. It's the Sephora Contour Eye Pencil, 12-hour wear. It is so good. It is so soft and easy to apply, and then it does not budge. And I got it in the color Cocoa. Yeah, Cocoa. In a Sephora Favorites collection, and loved it so much that I went back and got all the other colors. So now I have my entire eyeliner collection now is almost exclusively these Sephora contour pencils, and they're just amazing. They're the best eyeliners I've ever tried. They're better than the Urban Decay, whatever they are, the Urban Decay liners. They're so amazing. I cannot say enough about these, and they're only $8 or $10 or something. Yeah, this is don't waste your money and your time on any other eyeliner. Go for the Sephora. The cocoa one that I have is a really beautiful warm brown. There's ever so slight hint of shimmer in there, almost like a bronze shimmer. It's a gorgeous color. I use it all the time. Whenever I do a brown eye look, this is what I use for the liner. And then I ended up, like I said, I've got a whole bunch of colors. The is it tiramisu? This one, no, Flirting Game is a really beautiful color too. It's like taupe, but with much more shimmer. So it's that one there. Kind of grayish brown, taupe. You know, it's my color. And then I just discovered this amazing mascara. Revlon just released a whole bunch of new mascaras, and you know, there's not a whole lot special about mascara. You know, mascara is mascara, but I love this wand. So it's very small. And yeah, it's just easy to control. I have one from Sephora that was my favorite before this, also with a very small wand like that. However, it was blunt at the end. It just was like a rectangle. This one is tapered, and I can get my lower lashes. I can get the lashes in the corner. I have never found a wand with as good control as this. And this is the one that I was talking about when I said I discovered a product this year that blew every other product out of the water. This is it. This mascara has been like a game changer. Like I'm in love. This mascara is freaking amazing. And it comes in 3 colors, brown, black, and black, something like that. I got the black, of course, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to get the other colors because you need different colors of mascara, right? Well, I'm going to get the brown one for days when I want something a little more subtle. But yeah, and the packaging is so cute, and Revlon really kind of hit it out of the ballpark with this. And then last but not least, I have the winner, the Lippy winner of the year. I got so many new lippies this year. I love lip products, especially nudes. I love nude lipsticks. And I have a outrageous collection. But this is, if I had to choose one lipstick to use for the rest of my life, this is the one that I would choose. And bonus, it's like $2.99. So, I mean, this I would prefer over my second favorite. My second favorite is the Armani Rouge something. In this beautiful neutral nude color, but I would choose this over it. This is the lip product that lives in my purse. It lives in my car. I've got one everywhere, and I can because they're $2.99. It just looks good with everything. It's light enough that I can put it on without a mirror and know that it looks fine. It's got this cool undertone. It's sheer but not invisible. So this is it. It's like this absolutely perfect nude that will go with anything, with a hint of pink, not too warm at all, definitely on the cool side. This is perfect. This is a perfect nude, and it was $2.99. So I should say what it is. It's the Jordana Twist and Shine Moisturizing Balm Stain in the shade Nude Chic. Nude Chic. Yeah, get this. You will not be disappointed. It feels good on the lips because it's a balm. There it is again. It's not what I'm wearing today, unfortunately. I should have thought of that. But this is so good. So good. And I get this at Walgreens. I haven't seen Jordana at other stores that I've been to, but I have not been to all the stores. Anywhere that sells Jordana should have this. And if they ever discontinue, I'm going to buy every single one. And yeah, I don't know what I'd do without this at this point, because it's the one that I keep a spare of everywhere for those times when I need to put on my lipstick or or a balm or anything on my lips, and I don't have a mirror. And then, you know, I also use it when I do have a mirror. It's that good. I wear it all the time. It's my signature lip at this point. So yes, that will do it for my 2015 favorites. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the cameo appearance of my teenager. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Tell me what your 2015 favorites are. Anything here that you have tried and like or don't like, and what you know, if you had to choose your favorite lipstick of 2015, what would it be? I want to hear from you guys. So give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you.